So I guess I make how to use calculator videos now. So welcome to your calculator. This will be your best friend, Addy, and Heath. Like, stop biting. Stop. Okay, sorry, my cat is biting stuff. Okay, so your first best friend. Whoop. Stop biting stuff. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. So your first best friend will be the math button right here. I'm gonna click the up arrow. It's gonna be under numeric solver. This is your best friend right here. Plug in, set two equations equal to each other, and then you use x here as your variable. As you can see, x. And using this, you just hit the graph button here for OK. Then you hit the green button here and solve. And you get x. You get your x thing here. So if you need to solve for a variable on paper 2, you got it. Your next best friend will be over here. You go hit apps, and then you hit go to PLYSMLT2. This is all your nice polynomial stuff. So if you got how many roots and whatnot. Oh my god, stop eating. Oh my god. Stop trying to eat everything. Okay. Well, as you can see. So if I got a quadratic, I can hit 2 for exponent 2. And then you just input your numbers in. Change whatever sign. Input some random stuff. Hit solve. And it should tell you the answer if you put a real rational one in, and not some BS like this. Oh my god, can you stop. Okay, so those are your best friends right there. There's probably some more stuff here. So a simultaneous equation solver. So if you ever got your systems of equations in, same thing as earlier, input your stuff in, hit the solve button, and then you get your nice solutions right here. Very useful indeed. And how many equations you need and unknowns. Very cool. And then there's probably a fundamental thing that you want to know. Say hit mode. That's where you switch it between radian and degrees. So this is how my calculator is set up. It's currently 2015, as you can see. If you ever got to graph anything, hit the y equals, and hit the y equals, and then whatever one has this like dark black highlight, that's the thing that's going to get graphed and plotted. I forget how Burton said for whatever thing he told us to graph for like probability, I think it was, but I don't think that's a later issue. But y equals, and you hit graph, and you got your little graph thing. Here, let's what did we even graph? Let's turn this off. But yeah, and you use this for zoom. And it should zoom in. So let's say you got like a parabola or like a cosine thing, or a sine wave. Let's get a little sine wave going. Actually, let's change the window to make this a little bit more better. So this is the window thing. You changed it to change how big this box is. So I'm gonna set this to -10. Make sure you hit this as your negative sign, not this. This is minus. This is negative. So if you got a negative something, hit this, not that. this will cause an error. So negative 10 by negative by 10, and then negative 10 by 10. Zoom in a little bit. Okay, let's actually make this 1 by 1 by 1. See, I don't know what I'm doing right here, really. Okay, we're gonna try this with a different function. Let's just do a nice x to the, this is your up arrow, your exponent thing. Give it a nice x to the 3rd. Actually, no, let's make that an x to the 4th. Make that an x to the 4th. Nope. I want to zoom out. Forgetting how all this works. I'm forgetting my graphing algebra stuff. Shoot. Okay, well, anyways, just use a parabola for example, an upside down parabola. That actually will be easier. Okay, right, so let's shift this a little bit. Okay, let's just make a random one. So let's say negative 5 x minus 3 squared plus 2. Okay, so we got a little thing right here. Let's say if we want to find the vertex of something, hit the trace button right here, or second trace. You got the second trace, and you got these. So you got value 0, minimum, max, intersects, other stuff. So 0, that's where you get your intercepts, x-intercepts, and minimum, max. So we're gonna find the max since we're looking for the top of the vertex. So we're gonna hit 4 and left bound, as you see, left bound. So we're gonna find our little cursor, hit left bound, and then hit enter to set it. And then you're gonna go to the other side and hit enter again, and then hit enter one more time, and then bam, you got your max point. And it'll tell you there. And then same things for minimum, it's the other way. And then same thing for zeros. But you can only go one at a time, I'm pretty sure. So just left, right, and your 0 is at that point. So if you want to make like a fraction, kind of like, you don't have to go like that. You don't have to go like that. You can just, if you want to make it like kind of like numerator over denominator in one thing, you can just hit alpha and then the x thing here, and it create like a little fraction thing where you can just directly type in 8/3. And then if you want to convert that to like decimal or something, just hit math fraction, and you get that, or math decimal that. If you want to do whatever you want with it, you got your summation thing, logs here also. Oh, intrudes are. Wait, Pascal's triangle. Ooh, okay, that's cool. Well, that's something new. This thing, if you want like a fraction. Oh yeah. Fraction, mixed, and then like, yeah. These are your things here. blue hit second for any of them, and then for all these blue things, this is there's your log, there's your E natural log, 10 to the whatever matrix. I don't think we're using matrix, so you don't need to care about that. Yeah, I guess that's it. That was a bad video.